This is a Suzuki Inazuma GW250 or GSR250, depending on which country you're from. It retails for about $3,800 to $4,000 US, depending on currency exchange rates. Inazuma means lightning, or lightning in a thunderstorm. Suzuki says that it generates lightning-fast, low-end and mid-range power from its 248cc liquid-cooled, lightweight, two-cylinder engine, and it does a great job at getting the bike up to speed, producing 26 horsepower at 8,500 RPM and 22 Newton-meters of torque at 7,000 RPM. The name Inazuma expands on Suzuki's love for extreme weather, as their 125 and 150 street bike is named Thunder. Together, the Thunder and the Inazuma or Lightning create the perfect storm, although the Thunder is not the only brother the Inazuma has. As the Thunder is the younger, smaller brother, the Suzuki B-King is the older, bigger brother. The GW250 is nicknamed the Baby King and Mini B-King, in reference to it being stylized after the B-King design. The B-King's inspiration is noticeable on the front signal lights, headlights, and dash display, along with the general look of the bike and its dual exhausts, although the dual exhausts may have also gotten some inspiration from the goodwill of the Honda CB125T in China. The GW250 is a fairly heavy 250cc class bike, yet it is light enough and small enough that it is easy to move it about. It is good on gas, getting about 350 plus kilometers per fill-up, and the bike weighs about 183 kilograms or 403 pounds with a full tank of gas. Some features include electronic fuel injection, 6-speed transmission, non-adjustable front suspension, and adjustable swing arm rear suspension, which is adjustable under the seat, disc brakes on both the front and rear wheels. The tires are 110 on the front and 140 on the rear, and Suzuki calls this black version Pearl Nebular Black. It's available in different colors depending on the country that it's sold in, and some of those colors are blue, red, and silver. Here's a look at the front wheel and disc brake, signal lights, the headlight, the dash, the rear disc brakes, muffler, and now you see the bike with all of its original parts. It doesn't have any of the accessories on it at the moment. And now the GW250 has an aftermarket rear handle baggage holder on the back here, chrome. It looks pretty nice. We wanted something that we could use when we were in the city to carry groceries and whatnot. So this rear handle made more sense than the one that came with the bike, as you can actually put some bags on there and strap them down, or even put a box on it if you want to. And it doesn't lose from the look of the bike, as most of the racks and handles, they take away from the design of the bike, the look of the bike. This kind of keeps the look of the bike and the look of the original handle. The original handle's right here. And you can see that the shape is almost the same, and then it just extends out into the back, the rest. So it keeps the same shape and design. And now the GW250 has a crash bar on the front to protect the engine and the bike from falling. If you're a beginner, or if you're taking the bike on a lot of dirt roads, a lot of dangerous roads, stones, pebbles, that kind of stuff, you might want something like this to protect the bike and yourself from crashes and from falling. This one's a pretty heavy duty one. It's quite heavy. And it again keeps the look of the bike. It kind of fits in with the chrome on the mufflers. Some of the other ones don't so much. And it's not really on there right now. I'm just kind of putting it on there so you can see how it looks on this bike, just in case if you did want a crash bar. And here's a look with the seat cover off. This is a toolkit here. This is my alarm system. It doesn't come with the bike. The toolkit comes with the bike, battery, and here is the adjustable rear suspension. And you just turn it to adjust it to the number that you want. The handlebar and display setup is pretty basic. You have your clutch, your dual lights, high beam, low beam, right turn, left turn, off, and your horn. You have your ignition and your lock. You have your display, which I'll go over in a second. You have your kill switch to kill the engine. You have lights off, daylights, night lights, and here's the ignition switch. Accelerate, and the front brake. Now the front brake has 5 settings, if you can see, and you can change from 1 to 5 depending on how much pressure you want to apply onto the brake handle to make the brakes apply to the bike. Here I have a camera mount which I attach to the bike. Does not obviously come with the bike, so it's kind of going to block the view slightly here as I start the bike. And there you saw the shifting indicator light here come on. It's a white light, and it comes on at 8,500 RPM for highway driving, or I think it's 4.5 for city driving. When this comes on, then you can shift up to the next gear. So it's a great beginner bike. It's a great bike for people that aren't used to shifting gears, aren't used to riding a bike. This is a great bike for them, a great bike for girls that are just starting out riding too, because it's not. Right now the shifting indicator is on normal setting. You can see the NORM under the 0 on the gauge. This means that when the RPM hits 8,500, a white light should come on right here. Now if I hold down these two buttons, it'll turn on the selector, and then I'll hit my adjust button to turn it to economy mode, and then I'll hit my select button to keep it in economy mode. Now my light should go off at 4,500 RPM. Now I can hold it down again, hold down both buttons, get it back to the selection mode, press adjust until there's nothing there. So there's no setting now. It's not on normal and it's not on economy. And then I'll press select. Now I can rev it as much as I want, and that there's no light. You can shift as you want. It doesn't tell you when to shift. When the light's on, you don't have to shift. When it tells you to shift, it's just telling you when it thinks you should shift. So that's the shifting indicators on the GW250.